Welcome to Rosanadu. Thank you for being here. I definitely don't sound like I've been crying all day, right? Well, yesterday was a really long day in what I would call late stage capitalistic hell. Just wall to wall late stage capitalism. Basically witnessing the fall of the Roman Empire, if you will, and just having to go along with it. So that was kind of my yesterday job. And now it's the 4th of July, and I had intended to do many things today, which I basically did all of them, which is great. But now there's really nothing else to do. Jay is with my sister, or I'm sure we'd be like watching Get Back again. We're working our way through like the Beatles movies. So we've definitely seen like A Hard Day's Night and Help. And Help I loved so much. I cannot wait to watch it again. We don't really have to go there, but it is the 250th anniversary of America. And so it does feel ironic that things are falling apart so rapidly. But I don't even think that like anyone's like ready to give up the ghost or like whatever the saying is. Like still just holding on for dear life, and we're still just playing that game. But it is definitely not working anymore. And I feel like that's something we could like definitely spend time talking on today, but I kind of don't want to. I just wanted to check in. I don't really feel like I need to be perfect right now because like if I'm gonna be putting out any sort of content, it's gonna be a little unpleasant for me because I'm sad about my mom. Just in general, feel so mixed up because it's all just very earth shattering and complicated. I'm just kind of like reeling with a new reality. Like, I don't understand exactly how to go on. So, by recording a podcast, I am just honoring where I'm at, still wanting to share and be myself and have like an outlet for that feels really true and not forced at all. Because I just kind of feel like this is an intimate audience. I don't know exactly what to call us, but oh, like my little scripts, right? Rosanadu, RX, scripts, I'm the doctor. Alright, I've said it before once, I think. You're forgiven if you didn't hear that episode. But just a place to like connect with like-minded folks who get what it is, what it really is, and are willing to let go there and have conversations and have fun in like a way that's not cynical and like is actually silly and funny and fun. And I definitely feel like more even obviously like that's obvious, that's why I do it, but at the same time what I'm learning too is like how much I don't need to keep performing in like a certain way. And I do love performing, but what I've recently learned is like how I've been performing like on the daily. But that's like it's a way to get by, and it's like when you're in survival mode as a kid, you have to do what you have to do. And so I learned how to perform, and then that like carried into my adult life. And obviously, not all of it is a performance, but some of it is. And I'm just really happy that I've realized now so that I can further try to like halt that. Or I guess not further, but like I would like to halt that and stop it. And I think that shall remain a task and won't be easy, but at the same time, realizing it has made it really easy to realize when I'm doing it and to stop doing it. So maybe it's easier than I think. And also, I don't know, maybe it did make me a performer in a way, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because I find it fun, and we're supposed to do things that are fun and feel good. She said, sighing deeply, not having had too much fun lately. But that changes now because it's a brand new episode of Rosanadu, Anyway, it's a vibe. 4th of July keeps getting rained out in the funniest way, including yesterday, where my trouble seemed so far away. Now it seems as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. We can't have an episode of Rosanadu where we don't talk about the Beatles. It's a vibe outside, it's thunderstorming, but it's still not dark out, and that's fun. Like 8 p.m., got some big trees outside the window, which is extremely helpful to me right now. Also have a fake window on the YouTube, because I just don't have a lot of windows in my room. Sometimes we employ a fake window as well. And then I also have my humidifier going with a red light. And then we also have the projector that my sister gave us. That projects like a starry sky. And then obviously we have some string lights. And we did all the things today to make us feel better, like change the sheets and vacuum. And all of these little things definitely help. And they're like grounding, so that helps too. Really, I feel like getting upset and crying. Well, first of all, it's really annoying to talk about. I definitely get that. But I just feel like getting in touch with my emotions to this deep of a level since my mom's passing. And we knew that things were bad for the past full year. And before that, it wasn't great either. But what I'm saying is, like, the last year was like a lot of crying and purging and like lead up. And then, but this has obviously been a new level because of the fact that she's actually gone. It's just like a grief like no other, that it just feels like it's opened up. Because, like, and I know that how this sounds. It sounds so cliche and stupid. Like, and I'm gonna cry because it's emotional though. And, like, the reason I'm saying it is because it's true. It feels like there's, like, a black hole, like, in my room right now. My beautiful room. Like, that is lovely, but it feels like there's a black hole. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like, by the reason it feels like a black hole is because a black hole changes reality. And this grief has, like, totally changed my reality in like several different ways. And I just was not expecting that. My mom like didn't talk about losing her parents that much, like except for like we all were very sad, and she didn't say any of this to me. Like, and I totally get why. Like, why would she? She doesn't want to burden me with it and all of that stuff. But it's just like I witnessed her very, very sad many times. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I've just never experienced anything like this. And I definitely feel like it's both gotten easier since the months that she has passed, which was in March, early March, and now it's July. But all I mean is, like, it's gotten easier because I'm not in shock so much anymore. But I, like, was in shock for so long. And I was like not experiencing the full weight of it because I was being protected by my body from it. And now it's like the waves are fewer, I feel like, and further between, which is good and all good. But I almost feel like they're more intense. And then there's just like also this sense of anxiety that comes with it. It's like there's this sense of like there's something wrong, there's something off, and it's terrible, and like making everything real cloudy and unpleasant for the most part. And I feel like there's easier parts of the week and less, easier days. It's definitely coming in waves. Sometimes you'll have a good day and still have a bad wave, is what I'm finding. I guess I'm just sharing this because it must be universal, because I know that everything I'm experiencing is like normal and healthy. It's just really rough. But I do feel like what I meant to really say by all that is like, I just feel like I had to say all that to say like, I've earned this depth of feeling, I guess, maybe, which is stupid. But, I mean, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to explain where I'm coming from so it actually makes sense. When I try to explain how, like, deep the sense of feeling is. of, and I'm just like, since I can't stop it, I'm just like feeling it. And I'm kind of like, this is what being human is about. And I wish that I had gone there while my mom was alive and like with my feelings, so I wouldn't have like regrets that I have now. You know what I mean? It's like it's very eye-opening to be like truly like, oh, there is a finite amount of time or whatever to sort of like, I don't know, everything, you know. You get what I'm saying? Literally. So that's like literally. It's very funny to be recording a podcast while I'm sobbing. It's a funny thing to do, but we do funny things on Rosanadu. That's the whole entire point. I don't know. I guess it's just remarkable to me the depth of human feeling and understanding that we are capable of. It feels like a wild ride, and it feels like a drug, like I said in the last episode. It is opening my eyes to, I guess it's like opening my eyes to how I want to live going forward, and eventually I'll get there, I guess, in practice. And right now I'm just like still in shock a little bit about, wow, what just happened? Like, oh my god. That's not how I wanted things to go. Also, I'm like, well, I have no control over these things, so you can only do so much, but to live better in practice, I guess, is the point. Like, not to control everything. Living in the big 26, plus this grief and everything, we need to seriously just do what makes us happy, do what brings us joy, and actually try to connect with people in like a way that's not being driven purely by big corporations. Because if you do think about it and you do take a step back from social media and stuff, that's just like not real community and not real life. It's just not. I don't know how long I've been quote unquote bricked, which is I own the brick that I bought it for my son so that he could stop using social media so much. And I've been bricked for like 3 weeks now. It's crazy. Meaning I haven't been on social media in that long. Because you have to like physically touch your phone to this brick to access your apps. It's really just a helpful tool that has led me to realize even further what I already knew. It's just yucky, and I just don't like it, and everything is AI anyway. Like, legitimately every caption, even on Facebook, is AI. And it still doesn't seem like anyone cares. And I'm like, okay, but if we post AI as our captions speaking for ourselves, then who is training the AI to speak like humans? No one. The AI is now training itself. And it didn't really take that long. I mean, like, I just saw something on a New York City tourist tips of a guy just posting his street photography, and every caption he posts is just AI. And I'm like, could you not have written that yourself? It's a paragraph about pictures you took. It just doesn't really bode well for the future of the internet on like the path we're going. Personally, over the phone. But I guess we can leave it at that. Jay and I continue to like really be obsessed with the Beatles. Part of my connection with the Beatles is definitely Meme, and I think that's definitely helping me keep her memory alive, because so many songs remind me of her. And even if those songs, like there's literally 3 songs that don't even necessarily remind me of her, from my childhood, but like the lyrics resonate so much with my journey and what's happened. Like, I mean, just Ticket to Ride, like, it's funny and I recognize it, but it's made me cry. Like, it's one of the songs I put on to cry if I know that I need to. And it definitely is helpful to know that because sometimes, I mean, personally, and I feel like we've talked about this a little bit about somatics and like all of that kind of amazing stuff. I've been on my own journey because I tend to fawn, which is like a freeze response in your nervous system. And I also can be activated at that time, and it's just a terrible feeling. It's like you're frozen, but you really want to do stuff, and you like can't. So I've had to like learn how to deal with that. And sometimes like that means I'm like super tense and I do need to cry or shake or like do something, and it's hard to. So just putting on a song that I know I'm gonna cry to can activate that and means like I'll sleep that night. Legitimately. Because sometimes I'll just get so tense and then I can't, since I'm like in a frozen tense state, I like can't do the exercises or do the things to get out of it. And it's just not a good way to live. I think that a lot of people are like, probably women especially, because women tend to be having like the fawn response more. But I just know that like there's so many people stuck in that, we're stuck in fight or flight, and it should just be more common knowledge that there are like such easy ways to get out of it. But at the same time, like I know that it's hard to even reach for those tools and skills like when you are activated in whatever it is. So it's just a grander conversation, and it is tough to deal with though as a person who does not always have the easiest time with their nervous system. But it's definitely learning how to uh, calm down and take it easy. I mean, I spent literally the first 30 years of my life just literally rushing around and going as fast as humanly possible. And so then when my son got sick, that was just what was happening, and I had to slow down for that reason. And it just like led me to slow down more and more to the point where like now I'm like still rushing around all the time, but I can at least see it when it happens and like intentionally slow down. And so hopefully I will get to a point where like I am allowing myself to just be. And I do feel like I'm getting closer, especially this past few months, because I just don't care anymore. And so I'm just like, I fully understand what I do care about is that like what I don't care about is rushing, and rushing for rushing's sake, like for the system. And the system is present in everything, even if like you don't think it is. It's like, why are you rushing? Driving. Why are you rushing? Like you're just like forcing, rushing, pushing, keeping going. I'm just over it because it doesn't feel good to me, and I know what it's for. It's drives profit. And it's just not something I'm interested in participating in. And so I'm finding ways out that feel good to me. And like literally, I feel like it's an act of rebellion to go slow. But not in like an annoying way. It's literally not even slow. It's just like to go slower. And to pace myself and to listen to what I actually need. That's like what I'm really talking about. And I do feel like those are acts of rebellion. And so at the same time, it's exhausting because no one else is doing it. Everyone's rushing from here to there. And you're just like, well, for me, I know that if I pace myself and everything like that, I'll be a little healthier than if I didn't. I'll feel a little better. But anyway, it's my journey, and I I know I've said it before. It's like I was raised on these American streets to be a worker bee. I've been working since I was a teenager, and I've always had a job since I was like 15 or 16. It just gets to a point where you just can see the games they're playing. You can name the games, and you can see it all. And you're just like, I'm done because this is not working for me. Like, people who have money don't work hard. They literally don't. In fact, they don't even know what hard work is. Like, and we can get into it, and like I can speak on that more because it's true. I am sure that there are people nowadays who do have money that like are good people and empathetic and like understand how the world works. But for the most part, people with money, like, no, they just have a whole different game and set of rules that they're playing. They don't work hard. They don't do tough stuff. They don't think of other people. They don't do anything like for society, to quote Kramer. Like, it's just not what it is. And so there's the way that they paint reality, like if you work hard, you'll rise to the top. And then there's the way that it actually works, which is a little different. And so I guess we're just coming full circle in our conversation about life in the Big 26 and like how it just like kind of doesn't matter anymore because the rules are not the rules, if that makes sense. And I don't know. It does seem like this reality in general is gamified, so why? It's just taking back the power and realizing like where the feelings are coming from and what they're trying to tell me. And this is just what's been coming up. And it all is really just all about this. I mean, if you've been listening or know me at all, like, this is all going to make sense to you, hopefully. But I understand, too, that it's like, life is hard, and you do have to kind of work hard. Like, no one understands that like me. But at the same time, I do feel as though my eyes have been opened to the other side of things, and that part seemed like getting in flow and getting in the taking care of myself, and that's like when the good stuff happens, is like when I feel good. And when, so what does that tell me? It's like reality responds to what I'm feeling. And if I'm feeling rushed around and pushed, then I'm going to rush around and push. And so, but if I step back and say, like, who am I? Like, what is my vibe? I don't need to play their game. Like, I don't need to do what I see other people doing. Like, what works for me? That has, like, seriously transformed my life and brought me to where I am, which is, like I said, there is a black hole, but it's small, and right now, and, like, everything is beautiful and lovely and blessed. Like, you see what I'm saying? That wouldn't have happened if I would have kept being like, push, 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 misery, misery. Like, I don't know. It's a little vague, I understand, but maybe we will just continue to get more into it. I love everybody who's listening. I'm extremely grateful to my scripts. And honestly, I just hope everyone's having a great summer. Thank God it's summer, right? I mean, whew, if it was winter, I don't know. Just kidding. It did kind of feel like September these past few weeks, and then we finally got this heat wave, and now it's like summer. And there was one day on the beach where we watched a storm literally roll in, like in a way that I've never seen personally, which is crazy. But it was like, we literally saw the storm from probably like just many miles away roll over the lake, and where Jay was building a dam from where the little stream meets the beach. He loves to build a little dam, and then he usually destroys it. And if he doesn't, the current does. And we've had some really beautiful beach days besides that. Saw fireworks last night. I want to say many more things, but you know how it is. We gotta come back, circle back. I've really just been watching the Four Seasons on repeat because it's such a pleasant, fun show that is about vacations, basically. So, with a little bit of Tina Fey humor and a lot of Coleman Domingo, who we love, and Will Forte. It's just a delightful show. So I've been watching that in repeat to keep the vibes in check, as we know. That's a good strategy. I'm trying to think of movies. We saw Michael. That was really good, but definitely watered down. But it was great because it was like the music really shined. And then we finally finished Get Back, and we saw the rooftop performance that way, not just on YouTube. And I still have to watch Let It Be. And I just love the Beatles, and I love that there is so much to learn about them, like the perfect hyperfixation. And I also feel like I'm experiencing them also in like a way that's like new because I'm still discovering songs where I'm like, oh my god, this is a Beatles song. I kind of can't believe it. That literally just happened last night. I can't believe that's still happening, but probably won't happen again. That's gotta be it. And I didn't realize that like they covered Till There Was You. And that was a cover. I was like, if there's literally no way that Paul wrote this that early. But no, it is a cover, but it's a beautiful cover. And I think it's like the one that I know the most. I just don't know, you guys. I definitely feel just enamored with them and inspired. And I think that it's like a very easy way for me to stay in touch with music because their music is so varied. It kind of just covers all the bases for me so I can just listen to the Beatles and not have to deal with any other music if I don't want to. Just because I am a little bit like, I'm just recalibrating with everything going on. Like I'm needing things that, I'm needing like the beautiful familiar, and that is what I'm finding in the Beatles. But also, while it's familiar, I'm like just weirdly getting so much out of it because I'm hearing it in such a new way. Where, yes, I was a Beatles fan. I would definitely have said I was a Beatles fan. It's not like I listened to them like this at any time in my life. And now I'm like really listening to them. And I'm just pretty much astounded at their. I'm just pretty much like astounded at how much ground they've covered and their willingness to like be silly and have things be imperfect and do like little children's like types. Ooh, a firework. That's gonna be fun. To do like children's songs and sing-songy things and like everything they do to me is like this is what I am. This is what I want. Like off the cuff a little bit, but still like insanely polished and perfect sounding. Not like polished, but like what I mean by that is like it sounds so well done. It's like such beautifully made and arranged and performed music. It's like, wow, they pulled it all off. And they remained like silly and lighthearted. And it's like Radiohead doesn't do that. Radiohead doesn't do like a cute little song ever or have like little imperfections and I honestly, and there's nothing wrong with that. I can say this because Radiohead is like my number one favorite band of all time. Except for now I'm like, is it? But yeah, I'm very impressed with them and like in every single way. So, I don't know, we're just gonna have to have a Beatles corner every time, I guess. This has been the Beatles corner. I hope that everyone is doing well, and I hope that we'll connect. Hit me up, find the link so that you can like find me online. It's worth it, I promise. I have cool art and cool zines. Let's get together, yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, I hope that everybody continues to thrive and enjoy life and flow and find your rhythm. And thanks for listening. I'll see you next time on Rosanadu!